I'm headed to Yunnan to see what China's hiking mecca is all about. Maybe you've seen the stunning photos online yourself and want to visit. Here I'll show you exactly how to go on this epic adventure. First, let's get the location straight. Yubeng is this little Tibetan village situated in the mountains of Yunnan province. The closest city to it is Shangrila, so to get there, you'll head to Shangrila first. Since Shangrila is already at an altitude of 3,400 meters above sea level, it's a good idea to acclimatize for at least a full day before heading out to Yubeng. Maybe book a hotel that provides oxygen, or buy a canister or two if needed. Trust me, it's not just the views that are breathtaking. Yubeng is part of Feilaisi Snow Mountain National Park, located in the Three Parallel Rivers UNESCO World Heritage Site. From Shangri-La, we took a bus run by DJI County Transport that took us to Feilaisi, meaning flown here temple. The bus ride from Shangri-La to Feilaisi took about 4 hours and cost 67 yuan. Since the first leg of the hike to Yubeng is over 12 kilometers and can take people over 6 hours to complete, I recommend splitting the bus ride and the first day of hiking into 2 days. And that's what we ended up doing. Alternatively, you can take the bus directly to the trailhead and begin hiking, or visit DJI and stock up on any final provisions you may need. Feilaisi gave us some spectacular views over the Feilaisi snow mountains, and it gives your body additional opportunities to acclimatize, preparing you for the big hike tomorrow. From Feilaisi, there's one more bus ride to take. You gotta get to Ninong. For now, Ninong marks the official beginning of your hike to Yubeng. Older guides having the hike starting out of Shidang, but that's been closed for the time being. Ninong is only an hour away bus by Feilaisi, and the ticket costs 23 yuan, which you can buy from the same place as your ticket to Feilaisi. Here I'd recommend getting to the start of your hike earlier rather than later. If you took the public bus, it'll drop you off at this place called Guga's Restaurant, where you can pick up some water. 3 yuan per 500ml bottle, pretty reasonable. Use the bathroom and store any excess luggage. I recommend storing luggage, as I was naive and decided to carry an over 15 kilogram pack the entire way. Trust me, you don't want to do this. Pack as light as you can. There were also locals offering luggage transportation services. I won't quote too much on this, however, as the prices were quite steep and the offerings seemed to change fairly frequently. Now let's hike. Well, just a tiny bit to start. Because Yubeng exists within a national park, you first have to register and pay an entrance fee to enter. At the time of filming, this costs 55 yuan per person. The trail from Ninong to Yubeng is known as Ninong Canyon, and it is quite aptly named with stunning views over the Lanshan River and the perpendicular canyon that you hike up. This trek becomes even more special when you learn that all this water becomes the Mekong River downstream. There are only 2 real supply stations along this hike. One is about a fourth to a third of the way in after relatively easy climbing. The real ascent begins after this first shot, but luckily, this ends once you reach the second. The second is about a half to a 2/3 of the way in. After this one, the slopes are more manageable, and you can occasionally see cars. We heard it's possible to hitch a ride, potentially even from the start via motorcycle, but you gotta fork over some dollaroonies, and have the kahunas to take the trail at a speed in a potentially unregulated manner. We kept on and walked the whole way. Okay, you've reached Yubeng. Time to explore the trails. Check out next time for the route I ended up taking. Did I do it right? You'll have to let me know.